Sash is the queen. Brenda is the king. This season has to be way up there for dumb things said by dumb contestants. What the hell did that mean? Of course Brenda's calling the shot. She's been calling the shot since the start of the show. Yeah, I think that was Holly that said that, so she wouldn't know since the start of the show, but it wasn't like it was news since Holly had been around Brenda. So they're gonna set their camp on fire by trying to shelter the fire. I'm convinced these people have never watched a Survivor before. And then to make your fire shelter part of your camp, or part of your tent. Idiots. Why are you associating with NaOinka then if you don't like to be associated with villains? Brenda's not the villain. And seriously, you're busy talking to NaOinka and you're saying you don't associate with villains? I forget if that was Jane or Holly, but they need a clue. Guess going for Na might be a good move. Villain enough to turn on her own. It didn't make my cut, but I was saying how they should be going after Purple Kelly or NaOinka. Because nobody would care about Purple Kelly and nobody would like NaOinka, but I guess going after Brenda was the right thing, getting NaOinka on their side. And that broke up the alliance, which is what they needed to do. Yeah, Brenda's trying to roll on a barrel. That'll work for a minute. Jeff sure has become a smartass during the challenges. I wonder if NaOinka's been acting evil, acting screwed up because of the rain, acting nice. Because she sure is bouncing around a lot. Nice NaOinka was a shock. I'm kind of thinking she's all an act. She's not quite as nice as she acts when she's nice. She's not quite as mean when she acts when she's mean. And the mean was to get to the end, and the nice is to win votes. Kind of like Russell Hantz with the endgame strategy. Volcano crashing doesn't sound fun to me. The riding not so bad, but not the crashing. I used to do stuff like that when I was a kid. Not sliding down a volcano because we don't have those in Illinois, but sliding down stuff that's not meant to be slid on. And that type of stuff hurts. I don't think I'd want to risk that when I'm out on Survivor. Wow, go figure. You build a tent out of flammable materials over a fire and it catches on fire. There are so many ways to protect a fire from the rain. Building an add-on to your hut to cover the fire out of flammable materials, no less, is not one of them. You lost your machetes. The blades are left, but they're soft metal now. Hey, you morons. And why would you leave all that crap piled up around your fire? At any time. Let alone when you're going to start a blaze with a tent over top of the fire. Who's running the show is unclear to Fabio. God, the guy is stupid. Na's not too smart either, taking Fabio aside. Now, why didn't that send up any flags with Purple Kelly? You're in a group of 4, you don't take one person off to the side as soon as they start talking something. I knew the way they were going to everybody in the alliance. it was going to get back to Brenda. I didn't think it'd be Chase, but that figures. That's what happens when you vote out people who can do math. You only need so many votes. You don't need tribal majority anymore. Jane is a maniac. Jane needs to start being careful. She keeps on winning these things she doesn't need to win. They're going to vote her out before they get down to the last few so she doesn't make a run. And she could easily do it seems. Doesn't Holly know not to trust Chase? Yeah, I'm thinking it was Holly earlier who didn't know who was running the show. Or was suspecting it was Brenda. She can't pay attention. They've been pretty clear that it's those four. Now I could see Jane thinking that because she was with Chase, but Holly should have known better. Yeah, you're always playing the game with people you don't trust. That's the idea. Earthquake. Again, proof that these people have never watched this show before. You shouldn't have ever believed NaOinka. The only reason she should have trusted NaOinka was to bring some evil along to the final three, to have someone to beat. I cannot believe Brenda would ever believe NaOinka. How did she get in tight with NaOinka to begin with? NaOinka basically stole the immunity idol from her. Never offered it up to share. Not someone I would have trusted. Man, Brenda sure did lay it out, didn't she?
You don't think it was you? It was not me. Okay, everybody could put it on me, but I'll put it like this. Chase was running around yesterday.
I think you'd have to be blind not to know who her alliance was, but she pretty much laid it out there. Someone else who can't figure out you need to play your cards close to your chest. Now, she was probably going home anyhow, but so it didn't screw her, but it kind of did screw Chase and Sash. So there's 9 people left.
I just feel like there are better options.
Without NaOinka, they had 3 against. NaOinka only needed 4. Why in the hell did she even go to Chase? Maybe it was 10 at that time. I'm not sure now. But either way, Brenda's 4. Once NaOinka turned, she didn't need everybody. All she had to do, she had a Holly. So Holly, NaOinka, Fabio, I'd consider him a wild card because he doesn't know what to think or how to think. Jane. One more. That's all they would have needed. They didn't need to tell Chase and Sash.
Larry and me. I read the votes.
So Sash screwed Brenda.
First vote. Brenda.
Figured he was like that. So NaOinka screws Brenda over for the idol by having her help and not offering it. Sash screws his whole tribe over for the idol by using their vote to get it in his pocket, and then he won't share it. I am speechless the way people are playing this game. If it came down to those two, I wouldn't want to vote for either of them. Well, at least you broke my curse. If you don't know my curse, every season I pick some piece of eye candy to look at. And every season that piece of eye candy goes within like 3 votes, and it's usually the first or second vote they go. Brenda's the one that went the furthest ever.